What's up, meta nerds? In the last video, we saw how the Principality of Zeon was choosing between the MS-01 and the MIP X1, deciding which of these creations would become the future of warfare. And though the X1 would not become the focus of their military, it would still serve a vital role and live on to inspire the MA-05. So with this breakdown, I think we should just start with the Japanese source material. I've had it translated so we can read right through it. Technology of the Universal Century, the birth of the mobile suit. One of the most significant technological innovations in Universal Century history was the development of the mobile suit. The rise of MS technology was closely tied to advancement of AMBAC, Active Mass Balance Auto Control Movement Systems, which enabled space-based humanoid machines to function effectively without excessive thruster use. Before the adoption of mobile suits, space combat relied primarily on battleships and fighter craft, which had limited maneuverability and relied heavily on thruster propulsion. However, research into AMBAC demonstrated that limbs and movable structures could be used for precise attitude adjustments, significantly reducing fuel consumption. Let me pull out of the translation a second. If you've never heard it used before, it's going to sound odd. The word is attitude. It's pronounced just like a person having an attitude, like how they're behaving or their emotion. But in this context, it's used for vehicle movement, especially aircraft, spacecraft, and ships, and refers to the orientation of the vehicle in three-dimensional space. Attitude is typically described using three angles that define rotation and three perpendicular axes, including the pitch, yaw, and roll. And so the AMBAC is a revolutionary form of an RCS, a reaction control system, or a gyroscope. It's a significantly more effective and fuel-efficient way to change direction, your attitude in space. So let's jump back into the translation. The initial trials of the mobile weapon technology were conducted by MIP Corporation, which developed a unit that prioritized maneuverability exceeding that of contemporary battleships. However, this design suffered from extreme propellant consumption, limiting its maximum combat time to less than 10 minutes. Despite this flaw, it was equipped with a dummy mega-particle cannon for testing purposes. Conversely, Zeonic Corporation pursued a different approach, incorporating the AMBAC system into its mobile weapon prototype. This system utilized movable limbs to enable posture control via reactive forces, allowing attitude adjustments without thrusters. This 180-degree attitude control capability was comparable to the maneuverability of contemporary battleships. These advancements eventually led to the realization that a humanoid design was the most effective form for space combat. With the refinement of mobile suits, the battlefield was revolutionized, giving rise to the mobile suit era of warfare. AMBAC, Movement and Attitude Control. The AMBAC, Active Mass Balance Auto Control System, is a fundamental technology for mobile suits, allowing them to maneuver in space by shifting their limb mass without relying on thrusters. Traditional spacecraft require constant thruster adjustments for attitude control. In contrast, AMBAC-based systems use a mobile suit's arms and legs to adjust its center of mass, enabling movement through reaction forces. This approach greatly reduces fuel consumption and allows greater mobility in zero-gravity environments. The diagrams illustrate the differences between conventional maneuvering methods and AMBAC-based movement. In traditional systems, thrusters must constantly compensate for changes in direction. With the AMBAC-equipped mobile suit, it moves its limbs to shift balance and control orientation naturally, making it far more effective in space combat. As a result, mobile suits quickly outperform traditional fighters and battleships in close combat, leading to their dominance in the Universal Century. And we have this great manga page that is discussing the industrial and technological advancements of the Universal Century, especially the rise of mobile suits in space-based corporations, and it also shows the MIP prototype. It's really big, isn't it? Well, it's been around since the opening of Side 3, so it's an old establishment. Originally, space development was handled by government-run enterprises, but after our nation transitioned to a principality system, privatization took place. By utilizing mega-particle cannon technology, companies grew significantly, expanding into areas such as spacecraft construction, warship development, and small asteroid mining. At the same time, while slowly expanding, other corporations began entering the field as well. And then, following the growth of Junk Corporation in the work robot sector, more advancements were made. Yeah. By now, 0079, this design would become the MA-05. So let's go straight into the translation this time and get more details. MA-05 Bigro. The Principality of Zeon developed this heavy assault mobile armor, specializing in anti-ship attacks with a focus on one-shot kills. Equipped with large thrusters that generate immense power, it boasts exceptionally high mobility. It features giant claws and is armed with mega-particle cannons, allowing it to attack with speeds that mobile suits cannot match. These capabilities made it highly effective, leading to its mass production in the latter half of the 1-year war. with some units being deployed in the Battle of Agbalku. Pilot Glennis Escott. A rare ace pilot who was able to fully utilize the Bigro's capabilities, Glennis Escott was one of the few to demonstrate its true potential. He appeared in the novel Mobile Suit Gundam High Streamer. The Bigro in this illustration is modeled after his unit. Weapons and capabilities. The Bigro's primary weapons include its large claws and its powerful, hull-mounted mega-particle cannon. Due to its massive size, the Bigro can carry large-caliber energy weapons, capable of annihilating enemy warships in a single strike. And as for its history, before the 1-year war, we learned that the MIP X1 mobile armor was rejected in favor of Zeonics Company's mobile suit technology. But after the war began, Zeon reassessed the MIP X1, modifying it into the first dedicated space combat mobile armor, the MA-05 Bigro. Equipped with a high-output fusion reactor and twin thermonuclear rocket engines, the Bigro boasted immense thrust. Its compact body and AMBAC system granted exceptional agility, enabling it to perform a full 180-degree turn in just 1.3 seconds. Designed for high-speed hit-and-run tactics, the Bigro's extreme maneuverability makes it difficult for ordinary pilots to endure the high G forces.
What? Is my Bigro too fast for you?
It's so fast and powerful.
It is equipped with a Minovsky particle dispersal system, which disrupts enemy sensors, and is armed with a pair of large claw arms, a nose-mounted mega-particle cannon, and a pair of 4-tube missile launchers. Later variants were upgraded with additional Gatling cannons for increased firepower. And due to its late introduction into the war, production was limited, as the very expensive price tag on the Bigro restricted mass deployment. But several units were used as test platforms for next-generation mobile armors, paving the way for future advancements in Zeon's mobile weapon technology. The MA-05 Bigro stands at an overall height of 23.6 meters and has a total length of 45.5 meters, which is about 5.6 meters taller than the RX-78-2 Gundam, and an Amuro Ray taller than an AT-AT. Its empty weight is 125.5 metric tons, while its maximum weight reaches 229.8 metric tons, showing just how heavy all those missiles and Gatling ammo can be. The mobile armor is powered with a Minovsky ultra-compact fusion reactor, delivering an impressive power output of 17,800 kilowatts, and has a sensor range of 111,000 meters or 69 miles, enabling its long-range target detection. It is designed for a single pilot, housed in a cockpit within the main body. And for protection, it's armored with super hard steel alloy, ensuring durability in combat. While it has a great top speed and agility, a maximum acceleration of 0.59 G via its propulsion system consisting of 2 thermonuclear rocket engines. And has additional rocket thrusters generating a total output of 136 and 100 kilograms, ensuring that it could keep up with those machines that were chosen over them, their rival mobile suits of Zeon and the later mobile suits of the Federation. One MA-05 Bigro was piloted by Tokwan, aboard Shar Aznabal's Zanzibar, where it engaged the SCV-70 White Base. And later during the Battle of Aboaku, approximately 3 teams of Bigro units were reportedly deployed. In total, around 14 early model Bigros were produced, though the exact number of later models remains unknown. In UC-83, a Bigro was piloted by EFF Captain Ewan Badger. A Bigro was piloted by EFF Captain Ewan Batter in combat against the SEMA fleet. This unit had been requisitioned for testing after the 1-year war and was later modified for battle. To distinguish it from enemy forces, the EFSF repainted it white and marked it with the EFSF logo, ensuring it would not be mistaken for the Della's fleet. Now there were 5 variants of the Big Claw, but the pincer arms is about all they have in common, varying dramatically from just overall looks, capabilities, and some being 4 times the size of others. So if you guys would be interested in a video breaking down all those variants, drop a comment, and I'll see if there's enough interest in that, as they do look pretty cool, but they're just so different that I didn't think they fit in this video. Either way, we'll be getting to the rest of the MS line soon. So please hit that like button, it really is the best way to help me out. Subscribe so you don't miss anything, and check out these other videos, I'm sure you'll like them. But most important of all, remember, space combat requires that the pilot and the ship are in constant control of their attitude.